Hi, and welcome to the short video. I'm going to take you through how to update the kind of look and feel of your front page. So this is a standard front page of a brand new system. In order to make changes, you need to log in as administrator. So this is logged in as admin on that same system. Go to the cog in the top right, which is your super admin menu, as you know, down to look and feel. Once you click on look and feel, first one is the logo. So pretty straightforward. You click on choose file. Choose your image, find an image here, say this logo here, choose an image. You can choose the height as well here. So the height obviously will also dictate the width. So if it's 60 high and 60 wide, and I increase it to 100 high, then it'll become 100 wide, because it has to keep the aspect ratio. It will always keep the aspect ratio. It won't squash it or stretch it. But you can adjust the height there as well. So once I've chose the file, I can upload it. Let's see how that changes it on the system. So go back to the front page here. You can see our logo here. It's nothing before. Let's refresh it. There we go, with our new logo in there. Next, we'll look at how to change these colors of these buttons here. So if we go to colors and text, you can see the button colors here. Now you want to change these probably in line with your branding guide, all this stuff in line with your branding guidelines. You can either change these colors by clicking on them, which gives you the kind of the whole spectrum there just to click on, or you'll probably have these codes here are called hex codes, and it's the codes for each color, and it's what you use when you do websites, essentially. Hex codes, HEX. So you want to look in your branding guidelines for those hex codes and alter them accordingly. I've got a nice little tool here that I use, which actually picks up colors automatically and shows me the hex codes. So I know that's the hex code for this particular logo, for that color yellow, I should say. So I'm going to go back into here, and you could probably find the same tool yourself or similar tools. There's lots out there. I'm going to put in these for the different buttons. Okay. There we go. And there. And then I'm going to make this one slightly darker, I think, for the hover over color. Okay, and then I'm going to save. Okay, when that's saved, go back onto here. Now to refresh the page, these buttons should change. Oh, everything's changed. So we've got the search button there and the login button there. Next thing we need to do is add an image. There's no image on the background, so basically it's being dictated by the colors of the buttons at the moment with like a fade from left to right. You probably want to add an image in there. So to add an image in there, guess what? We go to the front page, and you can put a message on here. Test message I'll put in there, and the background image I would choose would be something like, I choose this one here. Save that. Let's see how that affects the front page. Go back to our front page, refresh it. Sometimes you have to press Control and F5 as a way of forcing a refresh. Oh, you got a refresh button on your browser in the top left usually as well. So let's put the image there, and we've got this test message in there. You don't have to have a test message. You can keep it nice and clean if you wanted to, and remove that altogether. So if I did that without a front page message, you'll see now, if I refresh it, that box will disappear. There we go. Okay. And next we got the footer. So the footer resides, it's basically this bit at the bottom here. So if I go into the footer section here, and I put in, it's broken into 4 sections, A, B, C, which are side by side, and then D. A and D, exactly the same. Okay. They're just, one is above this middle section here, and one is below it. Okay, and the middle section, the reason why it's slightly different between these middle sections is you can show things like latest opportunities there, latest news feeds when you add news into the system, or tweets, latest kind of 6 tweets, I believe it is. So let me show you how that works. This is section A. I'm going to click on that checkbox to say include it. This is section B. Sorry, section D. Click on that checkbox, and in the middle I'm going to add, we haven't got any latest opportunities in this one here. I'll leave that blank for now. But you can link this up to, like I say, to Twitter. But once you link it up to Twitter, then you'll be able to. It will say show Twitter for, and it will say your organization. You've got to tick on it, and then it'll automatically include the feeds. If you wanted those feeds to go across the full width of the page, you didn't want it broken into 2 columns like this, then you would simply just check on this box here, but not check on this box here. Okay, which means it would use the full width of the page. If you want it separated into 2 columns, so maybe you wanted the latest Twitter feeds this side, but you wanted latest opportunities on the right-hand side, then I'll make sure both those boxes are checked, and I'll click on opportunities there and click on the newsfeed there. Okay, but for now, we are going to remove both of those and just use sections A and D. Just going to save that. Go back to the front page, refresh it. And what we'll see down the bottom here is nothing.